No crowd work for no crowd.
I like crowd work.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun when it's good, but it's usually not.
So you like it when it's good?
When it's good, it's great to really work a room. Well, you feel like you're doing magic. You know what I mean?
You're creating in the moment.
Yeah.
The comedy.
Spontaneous creation. I've had one piece of crowd work that made it into a bit, which was I have a joke that's like when you do ecstasy, what do you feel? And most people say good.
Good.
And
I was
like
going to go with good.
I would have
Most
gone
people
with
say
ecstasy.
good. Ecstasy is the correct answer.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that kind of gets a whatever laugh. But this one guy, this homeless guy, used to come to my show. I said, "When do I see what he feels?" He just goes, "Neutral," and that usually gets a laugh. And I'm like, "Well, you wrote that joke for me, sir. Thank you."
Neutral? So he needs ecstasy to feel normal?
To break even.
Oh, boy.
I
don't like that.
Yeah, so.
I had once with an audience member say something. Yeah, it was the same deal of they tagged up my joke way better than I would have done it, and that gets the biggest pop in the joke now. So random audience member sometimes is your best bet.
The less writing you have to do, the easier it is.
Yeah. Most of my shows, I just go and do setups, and then I say, now let's work on this together.
Anybody?
Can someone take notes? It looks bad if I have a notebook up here.
Yeah. So ecstasy, huh? Did you ever do it?
Oh, I love it. It's the only drug I miss. I'm sober. I don't know if you guys know that.
I'm trying to get sober.
What's that?
I'm trying to get sober.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll have a drink on like a date, but that's as far as I go.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're dabbling in sobriety.
I'm dabbling with it.
Is that the way that most people get into it? Is like a slow, gradual thing into sobriety?
Yeah, you slowly.
It's something to strive for.
I feel that's very rare. I feel it's usually people have some incident. Like me, I woke up in a grocery store, and I was like, okay, well, that's
Which grocery
scary.
store?
It was a bodega, actually. It's right by
okay.
the L train
Oh.
on Bedford.
Okay.
It's a nice bodega.
Yeah?
It's a borderline grocery store.
What'd you buy?
I was trying to buy grapes. Grapes are hydrating and delicious.
Yeah.
That was your
They're
rock
refreshing.
bottom moment, was trying to buy grapes?
Well,
And
the
they
thing
wouldn't
is,
sell them to
They
you.
wouldn't sell them to me because I didn't have American money.
Oh.
I just had a dead iPhone, and I lost my laptop and my wallet. I left it on the L train, and I got it all back. By the way, some kind soul on the Jeff train. What happened
On the
there? I
Jeff
don't know.
train.
On the L train.
Yeah,
I was
my
looking
train.
at Jeff. It's his train, and somebody returned it,
Wow.
and I got it all back. But I quit drinking and doing drugs at that time. But I think about Molly every day. God, what a great drug.
How long ago was this?
3 years ago. It was 4/20, 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
A 420 day.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
420 day miracle.
I know. Yeah, it
And
is.
you never got those
You
grapes.
are, Danny.
And
You're
everyone's
the
like,
miracle.
420, 420. Were you a fan of Hitler? And I'm like, yes. That was supposed to be okay.
Anyone that just brings up
supposed to be a
Hitler,
misdirect.
just like,
Well, no, it's Hitler's birthday. It's
Yeah.
Hitler's birthday was
Yeah.
the joke. Anyway, I'm all set. You guys can finish the pod out.
Were you trying to get those grapes to make some wine because you're a drunk?
alcohol.
That would be a long-term play.
Were you
I'm so
stomping
drunk.
on the grapes in the bodega? And
Yeah,
that's why
like,
they.
this is going to happen.
Oh gosh. You won't sell me booze? Well, I'll make my own on your floor.
So you did a lot of E, huh?
Yeah, not a lot. I was actually pretty reasonable about it, but I'm pretty sure it fucks your brain up. It feels
Oh my
too
God.
good
Yeah.
to not be that bad for you.
be
But
I used
God,
to do it.
yeah,
Oh, I'd put it up my butt.
really? I never met a butt drug user.
Yeah, I tried it once.
There's people on the internet who put coffee up their butt, and they say it's a lot better.
Yeah, coffee enema.
People put
What's
a lot
that?
of things.
Oh,
up
coffee
their
enema.
butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said coffee animal. I was like, we don't need to be.
They
that.
say it's a lot better?
Yeah, it's supposed to because I guess they're
Healthier or like you get higher?
higher.
I think it's
Because-
healthy too. It's good for your
Oh, is
liver.
it healthy?
Yeah.
It's good for your liver.
How could that
Apparently
be good for your
somehow
liver?
good for your liver, I think.
Your liver's just like, yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah. I watched a strange addiction show where they were addicted to coffee enemas. And her husband, they do a coffee enema like 2-3 times a day.
Oh my God! Wow.
2 to 3.
Yeah, they had a funnel and they just go in the bathroom and their kids are like,
Don't
hey,
talk to me
parents.
till I've had my funnel of coffee on my ass, please.
Yeah, they have a coffee.
I guess
with
one
us.
perk is you don't get diarrhea because you're just like, well, I already have it. I gotta poop it out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
definitely gonna happen.
The other perk is the coffee. It's a perk.
Well, that's it for Jeff.
No.
That was for you, baby boo.
So you're dabbling though. What happened that you're like, oh, maybe I need to tone this down?
I was just partying way too hard. And then I was
Yeah.
just like, I'll have one. And then it just kept turning to 4. And I was like, I gotta step. I can't just, gonna have one today, and then 5 later, and being mean. I was very mean. I'm a lot nicer
You're
now.
a mean drunk.
I'm a mean drunk.
Oh my god!
I
So
get-
now
can't
you only do it
imagine
on
that.
dates. So you
Yeah,
can
now
be
I
mean
get
to
mean on
women.
dates.
A mean dater.
Yeah, I get real sassy.
I'm fascinated that you only do it on dates though, because that's
I don't date that much. Then I just have a couple. I'll have a couple just to.
Aren't you worried at some point though that they'll be like, oh, by the way, I was only drinking on this date with you, and then they're going to realize the truth. Well, I guess that's everyone though. Once
That's a
they
pretty
realize-
light gotcha, though. Like,
That's
gotcha.
fair.
Gotcha. I'm actually better.
Yeah. Big joke's on you. I don't drink a lot.
That's a really good
You
point.
drink a lot.
Compared
I'm
to the
making you
alternative,
feel
it's really not
comfortable.
that bad.
Yep. It also makes you look forward to dates
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're like, oh, I
Get
gotta
a
go to
little
date,
treat.
and I could have a couple of drinks.
Yes.
So, yep.
Yeah, I do that for open mics. I only smoke cigarettes at open mics. I'm like, here's a little reward.
For making it up to the
Oh,
stage.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been smoking cigarettes because I'm not. So I'm just like, I just,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
You got to have one vice, you know.
I'm all
it's so
viced up.
true.
Yeah. All viced up.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to have zero vices.
I know. Because then if you don't have any vices, you create your own, you know? Like Netflix could be a vice for people.
Yeah, or
Or
sleeping.
like, I actually quit smoking and drinking and doing everything, but then I just caught myself writing headlines like, "Did you see the new website where ISIS is selling goats for Bitcoin?"
Maybe you should start drinking.
that was a joke
Oh,
about
that's
vice.
your vice.
Yeah,
I
that-
get it.
It's pretty
Oh.
hard to come up with a vice headline on the fly, and I failed. I really failed, but I did try.
You came up with one. It was there.
It was there. What's
Yeah.
your relationship? You seem like you're not you're kind of a hot mess
Oh yeah. of
a little
course.
bit, but you don't seem like a drug-addled mess.
No. I mean, I get stoned. Like, I'm definitely addicted to marijuana, a non-addictive substance. And so, like...
yeah, that almost sounds like you're exaggerating. Like, I'm addicted to marijuana.
No, I'm addicted to
I feel like you can get
marijuana.
addicted to anything, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you really can. It's just like, it's a habit. You
Right.
know?
It may not be like physical, like you won't have withdrawal symptoms,
Exactly.
but you still, yeah.
It's like, it's a bad habit, and that's probably, like, the worst of me, is I have a few bad habits. I don't have any grape stomping moments in bodegas. I haven't had one
Right.
of those yet. Though, I did do ecstasy. And then the next day I came down, and that day my car got stolen. That was definitely a low moment for me.
Wow.
Yeah. I was coming down, and I was a little stoned because I smoked some pot because I was up the whole night. And then I went outside to get my sunglasses in my car, and then I just never found the car. And when I just walked up and down the sidewalk looking.
That feels like one of those like drug ad stretches, you know, where they're like, if you do ecstasy, your car could be stolen. Like, wait, what? That's not even my fault.
I know, it's someone else.
Did you ever find out what happened to the car?
Yeah, 4 days later, the cops found it.
Okay.
The tank was empty, and it smelled weird in there. And
It was a bathroom.
Oh, yeah, they did.
What?
They might have used it for a bathroom or a bedroom or a kitchen. They probably were doing a bunch of shit in there.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely smelled unsafe.
But wait, it still worked and everything?
Yeah, I have it today. It's sitting right out in front
Yeah?
where it was.
You have
That's
a
pretty
car?
mild.
Yeah,
I feel like any crime that's like, well, we got it back and it smelled weird. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, there was like a dent in the side, and there was a car seat in the back because I was a nanny at the time. But they still kept the car
Oh,
seat.
I wanted the car seat to be an addition.
Yeah, that's
That would-
fascinating.
Yeah.
Those cost a lot of money. That would be a great addition.
Yeah, they had to get that kid to daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, I'm running out of time. They stole a car.
Not enough car thieves also are trying to get kids to daycare. So.
Grand Theft Auto soccer mom.
Oh my god.
You know.
Like-
They put a bumper sticker on it. My son attends George Washington High School and is an honor student. That'd be a really poorly written version.
And he still rides in a car seat.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in high school.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
one of those nerds who didn't get out of the car seat till they were like 5. Because like technically, like that's where your kid should be. Like
is that true? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
much older than people
yeah,
actually do
yeah,
it
and
for.
people just
Yeah.
are like, all right, this is way too much of a bitch to keep taking in and out of the Subaru. We're getting rid of it, Johnny. We're strapping you in. We don't care. We
Yeah.
can't do this for another 2 years.
I say let your baby roll around free.
Remember when they also made the age you were supposed to be in the front seat much higher?
Yeah.
I remember like when I was like 8 or 9, I was in the front seat all the time, and then
Yeah.
they said you shouldn't have a kid like under 14. And then my mom said no more riding in the front seat. And it was a very big deal for me as an 8-year-old.
I
You
love
got
the front
demoted as
seat.
an 8-year-old.
What's that?
You got demoted back to the back seat.
Right? Yeah. It was a huge step in my life in the
Yeah.
wrong
It's a
direction.
big blow to
Yeah.
take at such a young age. You're doing really well.
Thank you.
John.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy how unsafe cars used to be. You know, it used to be just like wooden seats, and then if you hit something, well, you just kind of flew. Like nobody was like, shouldn't we do something? No.
You know, I think
that's
if you,
just cars.
I think anything in the past was a little bit more unsafe.
Yeah.
Razor blades.
Why? Well, razor blades were just a giant blade,
It
right?
was just a
Yeah,
knife.
everything was a
It
little
was just a
unsafe.
knife, a
Yeah.
machete
It
you
was just
took to your face.
Sharp knife.
Does anybody, when I go back home, I always think it's a little weird, but when I go back home and like stay at my parents and we go somewhere, you know, as a family, my mom always sits in the back seat and I sit in the front.
That is
I don't
weird.
even like, she
Whoa.
gets in first. I'm like,
I'm
no, you can
offended.
have the front. I'm fine, but she gives me the front
Moms
seat.
get the front seats.
Yeah. My
think
dad will
she-
drive and I'm
I
in the
think
front.
she's trying to boost your ego, Jeff.
My mom will offer to let me drive because she knows that I think she's an awful driver.
Yeah?
So that's usually the sitch that we have. That's so like she just gets in voluntarily though.
Yeah.
Is it
I
like
never asked or requested, but it's always, every time, it's always that way. I'm like, no, you can. She's like, no. And I go, okay, I'll sit in the front, I guess.
Since you brought up your mom, Jeff, I love your mom bit, and I don't want to make you do the bit, but I think the premise is brilliant.
Oh, I love that woman. She gave me the confidence to sit in the front seat.
Well, what's the premise for the listeners? It's that you love your mom because that's the first woman you fall in love with.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a very Oedipus bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talk about how I loved her. Like I was in love with her.
And I think it's
Jeff
true, though.
loves
I
his
think you
mom.
generalize it, and everyone is kind of in love with their mom. I think that's the brilliance of it. It's like a universal. I
Yeah, we
didn't
all-
realize you are just ripping Oedipus, you fucking hack.
Yep. We're all competing with our dads.
Yeah.
Stupid dads taking her away. She should be mine.
I saw her first when I first came out.
Yeah.
I never had the urge to kill my dad, though.
Never once.
There was one time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What'd he do?
Okay.
He made me. He's like, okay, I don't even know what these things are called, but it's like, if this makes any sense, scissors but for shovels. Do you guys have an image of this device in your head?
Oh, is it the pothole digger?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I
Post hole digger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah. And I didn't know how to use this device at all.
Yeah.
And I had to put this tree in, and it was the windiest day. In Arizona, the wind gets crazy. You guys know, crazy wind. And
Oh, Arizona's nuts. It's known for its wind.
it's known for its wind.
It's
Two
dusty.
things.
the windy city.
Racism and wind. Well, hey, we got the Grand Canyon. That's from wind, buddy. I guess it's from water. Anyway, I didn't know what to do, and the tree kept blowing over, and my dad was like screaming at me. And he's like, you didn't even try. And I had tried. I tried like a half hour of like
Yeah.
standing on the fucking, what did you call it? A pothole sticker?
Post hole.
Post
Yeah.
hole.
Post
For fence
hole.
posts.
Fence post. Yeah, I
Or
guess
other-
a tree
You
is,
guys
tree
know
is like a
this.
post.
Yeah.
Did you read it in a book?
It
Did
was
you
in an
hear it in
episode of
convers-
Friday Night Lights. Is how I
Oh,
know. about
really?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've used one. I figured it out because I'm not dumb.
How do you use it? Hey, here's a great thing to do on this podcast. Explain thoroughly how to use a post hole digger.
You got to stick it in straight and pull wide.
Stick it in straight and pull.
You make it sound so easy.
Woo.
But yeah, I wanted to kill him then.
Yeah?
You ever want to kill yours? Your dad? Or my dad?
I mean, Dad? No, not really. I'd run from him all the time. He was
You'd
short.
run from him?
Yeah, he'd chase
What?
me. Like, if you get mad, I'd just, like, do something. I'd just take off running because he could never catch me. Because he's a short guy, so I could always outrun
You're
him.
taller than your dad.
Yeah, he's 5'2".
That's got to be rare.
Wow.
Yeah.
How tall
How
is
did
your
you get-
mom?
5'2".
What?
Mm-hmm.
How tall was the
Are
milkman?
you sure you're theirs?
Yeah,
That's
are
actually
you
a
real?
joke in the family.
What did he say?
I said, how tall was the milkman?
Nice.
My
And he
dad
said that's a
makes it.
family joke.
It's a family joke.
Classic
My
joke.
dad always goes, he's the milkman's son.
Oh, my God.
Milkmans only exist in comedy bits now. They haven't existed in 100 years.
How many milkmen were there? Like, it was a pretty common job, I imagine.
At
And
least
they
13.
They were fucking
That feels like a
everyone.
good
13 per
start.
county, I think. Yeah, that's the right number. You've got the face of a milkman,
Yeah?
Jeff. I really think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Little milky man.
Milky
You better
man.
go home and take my milk baths.
For the listeners, the way Jeff is sitting right now is, I likened it to a car seat, I would say. His legs hanging over the side of a chair.
The one
Yep.
made for infants, you know,
Yeah.
that where they have to turn them around. And they're just like laying down. See, I was a nanny forever. I know way too much about car seats.
Wait, so you put
Yeah.
the baby in backwards?
Yeah, well, when they're really young, like infants,
Mm-hmm.
when they're only a few months old, you don't like plop them there like that. You pick them up, scoop them, and then you turn them around so their head's facing the steering wheel.
Because
If there is an accident, that's like safer for them, I guess. I don't know.
Or it's kind of like to a baby to even see an accident would be super upsetting.
It would be super damaging at such a young age. Those
just crazy.
primitive formidable years.
Yeah.
My dad's a psychologist, and he told me this one time about a client he had, and it was about like this girl had this traumatic memory, and she went to an air show, and there was a crash. You know how there is at every air show,
Yeah.
and there was a horrible crash, but she was too young to even understand it. You know what I mean? Because there's a plane exploding, basically. And then her dad was like, "No, don't let her see it. Don't let her see it." And that actually traumatized
Him
her.
freaking out?
Yeah, him freaking. She was like, 4 or 5 years old, and that stuck with her. But like, had they just let the planes explode and been like, "That's an air show,"
How did that affect her? So wait, she just didn't think she could see things?
It was like a traumatic memory that she had with her father.
Her dad just like freaking out out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know if it was that important to her psyche, but it was something.
How did
that
it
came
affect
up.
her relationships?
She was terrified of dads yelling.
Yeah, no guys with kids.
My dad used to say like, "Oh, I can analyze your dreams," and he has a very common sense way of doing it. He'll just ask you like what you associate with things, and like every time we'd start to do it, he'd be like, "Anyway, we're gonna stop," and I'd be like, "Well, why? We were about to get to the meat of it." He's like, "Well, you probably hate me and want to fuck your mother." I'm like, "Dude, don't what?" Now you have to finish analyzing it. He was just, Freud.
Your father was Sigmund Freud?
Yes, my dad was Freud, and we used to do coke together, but then he
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah. Once he heard his son got sober, he's like, I'm following in my boy's footsteps.
Yeah.
now."
Wait, Freud did coke?
Oh, Freud did a lot of coke.
And Molly.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, did he do Molly?
No,
thought,
I made that up
He
completely.
Molly
Oh.
came
He
out
wasn't
later.
just prescribing this shit. He
A
was
lot of people
using
don't
too.
know. Freud did a lot of coke and loved Affliction. He only wear Affliction T-shirts. So, yeah, he wrote this letter. There's a quote I used to like about it. I forgot what it was now, but yeah, he like romanticized coke.
Really?
I think it was before coke was like a big deal. It was definitely like a fringe weird thing that he did. It was almost like you had to be a scientist to get coke. you
Yeah,
know?
so we just do coke and just talk to people about their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Tell
probably,
Hey man,
me
come over,
more.
talk to me, tell me about your
Tell me
life.
more.
he was
I
the
want
one
more.
person who did coke and wanted to listen.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do coke, right? I mean, I've never done coke, but like,
No?
no, I have not.
You've never done a hard drug?
I've done like ecstasy and like
Okay.
shrooms. I did acid one time, only half a tab, but that was enough to be like, I don't need this. I really don't need this kind of. And but I've never done coke. I feel like if I don't do coke, then I can do really whatever else I want. Maybe not heroin. I don't know.
You're saving one drug.
Yeah.
I had an old boss. He loved Woody Allen, but he refused to see one Woody Allen movie just so he would always have something that he was looking forward to in his life.
Which one?
I don't know which one he never saw, but cocaine is that for you for drugs because
Yeah.
you've done all the other ones.
It's my Woody Allen movie.
I just hope it wasn't Match Point.
I don't think it was.
I think he really pushed the limits of Woody Allen with that movie.
Wait, what's match point? I don't think I've ever seen a single Woody Allen movie.
Oh my God, Jeff,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
I saw
Yeah.
Ants,
the
but
rest
that
of this
might be
podcast
it.
should just be us giving you analysis of Woody Allen movies.
You've never seen Annie Hall?
No.
Okay.
Let's
I
go
know
through all of them with just incredulous tone. You've never seen Manhattan?
No.
What about Ants?
Ants is not
Oh,
a
I've
Woody
seen
Allen
Ants
movie.
is
That's
Woody
not
is
a
the
Woody
be-
Allen
No,
movie.
Ants is the best Woody
I
Allen.
have
movie
seen
in
a
the
Woody
whole
Allen
world.
movie. I've
That's
seen
not
Ants.
how.
It's
That's
his
the
best
only one that
animated one for
counts.
sure.
Yeah.
I liked it more than The Bug's Life.
Sylvester Stallone is in that. J-Lo's in that. Christopher Walken. It's a fucking star-studded cast.
Yeah, that's probably his best movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm getting so angry right now.
Why don't you like Ants? Are you?
I prefer A Bug's Life.
Oh, okay, you're one of those.
I was one of
Right.
those people.
You don't really like Woody Allen then?
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't seen Woody Allen.
No.
Do you at least pretend that you haven't because he's a pedophile?
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Oh, yeah, you can make it like a moral high ground.
Yeah,
thing.
what a principled
Mhm.
guy you are.
I haven't seen any Roman Polanski movies or Woody Allen.
Isn't
I haven't
Roman
seen-
Polanski a real sicko who likes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for
12-year-old
sure.
girls? Like explicitly though, I want to say he's like almost not ashamed of it. I mean, Woody Allen kind of isn't either.
Yeah, Woody
Yeah.
Allen's not very
The whole
ashamed.
plot of Manhattan is like, I love to fuck this 17-year-old. And you're like, well, that's actually pretty weird.
In black and white.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that we look at that as like a beautiful movie and art, and it's really him just telling us about himself?
Yeah.
It's
And
so
then we get mad at
transparent.
the
That's,
actual
that's
thing.
every Woody Allen movie. One of the reasons I don't like him is you can hear his voice in every single one of his movies, and it gets annoying. It gets.
Oh, it's the same
stupid.
trope. Men are always at the very center. It's basically a movie about women loving some man.
Yeah.
Like Vicky Cristina Barcelona is like, it's like, okay, shut up. I mean, who doesn't love Javier Bardem? But
Yeah, who doesn't? Wait a
he's
minute.
so hot.
I haven't seen a single one of these movies.
Let's keep talking about this and make Jeff uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm already uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, that's why you should sit like a normal person,
No, I'm trying. I keep looking out the window. I'm in my ex-girlfriend's neighborhood.
Jeff. Oh, well, I hope she comes by. I hope she pops out of a smart car.
Jeff used to sit like that in my chair at home.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore.
You broke up with her.
Yeah.
What happened?
What are you afraid of seeing her then?
I did my hair today. I put on I definitely put on some eye cream.
Wow.
You put on some eye
You
cream.
gotta show
Yeah.
her that you're still on top.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah. I'm doing fine. Everything's fine.
I was like, well, there may be a run-in, so I better cream up my eyes, hide the crow's feet.
God forbid she sees the crow's feet.
Yeah, nobody likes seeing crow's feet.
I saw Jeff with crow's feet the other day. God, he's really just lost it.
He's just falling
I'm
off.
so glad he broke up with me.
I still have these beautiful crow's feetless eyes. Ooh, that was a
I want my
tongue
ex
twister.
to run into me and I'm covered in crows, just hundreds of crows. And I'm like, hello, my darling.
I'm back with what you asked for.
Danny went crazy after I broke up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen the pigeon guy, at the park?
No.
I've seen his pigeons.
I like to speak
I've
of that
seen
at,
his
like-
pigeons, but I've yet to see him.
There is one guy in particular that is almost always, I mean, I don't know what he does for a living, but you can go to Washington Square Park and he's covered in pigeons. They'll walk all over him. He doesn't care.
Is he the basis for the lady in Home Alone 2?
Probably.
I was thinking of the lady from Mary Poppins.
Oh.
Lot of
this guy's
pigeon-based.
influenced film.
I don't have many pigeon people in my mind.
I've never seen a David Lynch movie. Guy who thinks that Mary Poppins is by David Lynch. It's a character I play.
It's a new character.
Very thin. Very thin.
Hey, this pigeon man's influenced film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's with these pigeon people? I mean, liking birds is already kind of weird. I mean, keeping a bird in a cage is sick. I think we need to call these people out.
Yeah, bird people are weird.
You're gonna
I don't know how
answer
people.
that? You sound like a bird.
I don't know. You want to have a bird in a cage? Have a bird in a cage.
Is it that much better than like
Cute.
having like a big dog in a New York apartment?
Yes, dude, because dogs are two-dimensional animals. Like, they run around in your apartment. You could take them for a walk, but a bird flies.
And it gets stuck in your hair if it flies at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Dogs are two-dimensional
Haven't
animals.
Yeah, dogs are two-dimensional animals. I stand by that. I'm ready to defend on that.
Yeah.
Then dogs get all cooped up, just like the birds in the cages. We really shouldn't be keeping these animals. It's
what else
kind
they
of
gonna
crazy
do?
that we are, but we do
What else are
anyway.
they gonna do? I don't know. Enjoy.
What else are you going to
life?
keep in the house?
Yeah,
Put a
what?
dog in there.
Let all
Put
these
a
birds
bird.
free, these dogs free. We'll end up eating them anyways.
Yeah.
So
I don't like animals as a whole, and it's something that alienates me from 90% of the people in my life.
Well,
I-
but you don't have to like animals to be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't keep your bird in a cage, you sicko.
Sure, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that in my mind that looks the same as having a dog. I just don't understand any of it.
Well, dogs are social, and I think they're happy to be air conditioned, whereas birds like to fly around. Like, it's half their body. Their body is made to fly around.
yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
you know,
they have
do you
fucking wings.
Do you think
That's
they like,
true.
want to
That
fly?
checks out.
They have wings.
I think birds want to fly.
What if some don't? I don't know if you could speak for the entire bird species.
Okay, then leave
I
it so that
bet-
the cage can be left or stayed in. They'll come back.
Some birds like being in cages, I bet. Look at people. Like, some people join the military because they don't want to think for themselves.
Exactly.
Maybe
Oh,
those are like
boy.
birds.
Political.
See, wait, that's actually really interesting. Let's unpack that. Some people join the military because they don't want to think. I think a lot of people join the military because it's the only good job option for
You
them.
get college credit, right?
You get
Sometimes.
free college. I
Yeah.
don't think you get college credit. I don't think they're like, well, you killed a bunch of Iraqis. Here's your degree.
That's 3 credits. 3 credits.
That's 3
per
credits,
record.
like an internship.
Like, awesome.
Do you get free college? I just
Yeah.
thought you got like a chunk of money that pays for like a decent amount of.
It's definitely
Community college.
enough. No. It's definitely enough that you can go to a university and knock off a good amount. I don't know if you can go to like the most expensive ones, but yeah, you
That's a
definitely-
good deal. All you have to
It's-
do is shoot someone in the face, and then you get to learn.
Well, you don't necessarily have to shoot him in the face. You could shoot him in the heart. You can
In the
shoot
gut.
him in the eye.
So it takes them longer to bleed out.
They should
You
do
could shoot
that.
their family first, which makes it less horrible. They're like, well, my family's dead, so why don't you just take me?
And they don't even have weapons on them, so they're easy to shoot.
Those are the best people to shoot. One time I hung out with a guy who was in the Iraq War, and I was with my friend. And right away, my friend was like, so did you kill anyone in the
Yeah.
war?
Oh.
And I was like, that doesn't feel like an okay question. I mean, I've never been in this situation before, but I feel like that's not a fun
I
topic.
feel like it's a faux pas.
Yeah.
What'd the guy say?
He's like, he like kind of shut down for
Oh
like,
my
he like
Sure.
Oh,
he
it
kind
took
of
him
went into
back.
his own head for 10 seconds. Yeah, and then he was like, I don't really want to go there. And I was like,
Of course
I think
you
we
don't.
understand.
You just met this
know?
guy.
And then you said, "Have you seen the Woody Allen film Ants?"
I said, well, on
They
behalf
killed a
of,
lot of termites.
I said, sir, I have a lot of respect for you. You've done a lot for Halliburton. Thank you.
No.
Hey, Iraq War premises.
I think every kill should be one free college credit.
I love that. If you go into the military, you get college credit.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet that guy couldn't answer because he was a sophomore at killing. 'Cause
Yeah,
That was how
he-
many credits he got, and he was kind of embarrassed. No one wants to be a sophomore. It's a hard grade to be.
I just think some people join because they don't want, it's easy to take orders.
Yeah.
You get out of high school, like, what do I want to do? I'll just
Right.
listen to somebody.
Yeah.
That's true. I remember I went to spring break my junior year of college, and I had to sign up for a free towel, and it was an army towel, and then I got calls from recruiters all the time.
Jesus.
And it was just like machismo dudes of like, yeah, you want to join the military? It'll be sweet. And I think it appeals to a certain type of person who just
Yeah.
is like, yeah, that's like let's
Like-
do this. It'll continue
Yeah.
an idea. Of
okay.
Because everyone's like, figure out life. I'm like, I don't know. And then somebody else is like, I'll tell you what to do. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll go with you.
I have a friend who flies jets in the military.
Yeah?
And I think that was really his thing. Just it's as pure as that. Just like, yeah, I'd like to fly jets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Just
And
a
that's the
linear
best
line.
route to that,
Yeah.
by the way. It's pretty hard to fly a jet otherwise.
Can you do a barrel roll?
Oh, yeah, dude. I think he flies like F-18s. He could do barrel rolls and flips and eject. They let you ruin one plane a year. You could just crash
Wait,
it.
really?
No, I'm
No.
kidding.
Oh,
That's
I
kind
would've-
of fucking
As I said,
awesome.
really, I knew that the level
Yeah,
of
that was
excitement I got
bad.
meant that it was a lie.
Yeah, if you didn't say really, I was
Oh.
about to say really.
Okay, cool.
That wouldn't be the most egregious thing I've ever heard about the Pentagon. If they're like, yeah, everyone can just burn off one plane a year.
They
We got
need
enough
their
planes.
practice.
You get one.
We're America.
You get one plane. Make it count.
They got that inflated budget. Why not?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm getting real political.
Oh, yeah. Let's hit hard.
I got thoughts.
Bernie Sanders has 4 houses.
Does he?
I think he has 3, actually.
Ah.
But that's like a criticism of him. People are like, he wants, Bernie Sanders wants health care for people. Easy for him to say, since he's a capitalist with 3 houses. It's like, well, who cares?
He's got less houses now. He had 4 earlier.
Oh, yeah, he loses houses with every second of the podcast.
Yeah.
Always losing houses.
No, I think he has 3.
Where are his 3 houses? Just like all 3 in a cul-de-sac?
And they're just yeah,
Wait a
they're
second.
not
If
mansions
you're
or beach
saying-
houses. They're just regular,
If-
split level.
If Bernie gets one more house, he could buy a hotel. And that, really? Well, that's it for me.
I
folks.
smell a movie. Hotel for Bernie.
Oh my God.
And you could have a monkey grab the bags.
Bernie and a monkey standing next to each other. That's awesome.
Isn't that Duncan's thing?
That sounds.
What?
That movie, The Monkey in the Hotel?
Dunstan checks in.
That's it.
What is
Yeah.
that about?
It's about an orangutan.
I
Is
think.
it
Wait, this is a real movie?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a chimp. I don't know. I can never tell.
Is it a Woody Allen?
There's
Nah,
a
I
monkey.
haven't seen a Woody
it's
Allen,
not
so
a
no.
Woody Allen, but there is a monkey in a hotel, and that's all you need to know.
That's great.
How
I'm
come
on board.
no one's an animal fucker? That would be more forgivable, If like, oh, Woody Allen likes to fuck monkeys, you'd be like, that's really weird, but that doesn't have the same ethical.
Would it though? I feel like that'd be
Animal fucking, huh, Danny?
I mean, I'm way cooler with someone animal fucking than being a pedophile.
Yeah, but like animals can't give consent.
You just said that you would cage every bird. Why is that a line
I mean,
for
I just
you?
think they're two different things. Like an animal fucker. Like, gosh, that's like weird. I can't even begin
Oh, it
to
is
process
weird.
what.
Oh, it's
like
very
that.
sick. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm wondering why there's no celebrities that don't, leverage their fame into, fucking a tiger or whatever.
Didn't Richard Gere put a gerbil up his butt?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
isn't
there-
that the-
That
there's something to
handsome,
that. Yeah,
put
yeah.
together man who plays a lawyer in almost every movie.
yeah.
He
I
puts a
think
gerbil up his butt.
Yeah, there's a little thing. There's a rumor he put a gerbil in his butt.
Huh.
Yeah.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
What? Putting a
Probably
gerbil in your
made
butt?
him uncomfortable as well.
Just having a
Imagine what it must have felt like to be the gerbil. That's
yeah,
very
poor gerbil.
uncomfortable.
How about that
Oh.
gerbil, folks?
Yeah, that gerbil didn't
Just
live.
imagine him like thrashing around while they were trying to like.
That's
shove
the
him.
point. You want the
Oh
thrash.
my God! I'm picturing it now.
God.
Ugh.
I hate My friend has ferrets, and they
Okay.
smell bad. They're illegal in New York. This isn't a New York friend. Did you know that ferrets
They're
are
illegal in like Los Angeles. I think like in big cities,
Why?
like people just can't have them. I don't know. Maybe because they've got enough rats to worry about than people keeping them.
What if the ferrets kill the rats?
I don't know.
Then we just have
Do
ferrets.
ferrets kill rats? What do ferrets do other than just be long?
They don't eat. They don't sleep. They just sit there and be
Be
not wide.
That actually sounds pretty zen, and they sound like very like.
Well,
you know,
they smell like
well-rounded.
shit.
They do
ferrets
smell
do. Why do they
bad.
smell so bad? It's like
Yeah, I
get
think
some
rodents all
deodorant.
smell bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
guess
I've
you're
been
right.
in a room with a ferret before.
No?
And
I
I
dated a
grew
girl
up
that
in the
had
woods,
gerbils.
so that's weird that I haven't.
Actually,
grew up
it's
in the
super
woods?
weird. I've
Yeah.
never heard
I grew
that
up in the woods.
phrase.
You grew up in the woods?
Yeah.
Which woods?
When you say the woods, let me tell you what I picture. I picture both of you leaning against a tree and slowly
I did
growing
that.
from a baby to an adult.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Like where like in the isolated woods or like in a suburb that's surrounded by a forest. Like that's not really the woods.
It was there was like a tiny little lake community just way up north. There was like a camp by
So a
us.
house, you had no next door neighbors or anything like
No,
that?
I had neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's this?
Is it Michigan?
Michigan. I was in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a woodsy area. The
Yeah,
Midwest.
it's very woodsy. Just
Mhm.
that all the Midwest.
Do you have neighbors in dirt roads?
Yes, we did. And
Dirt
we lived,
roads?
Yeah, dirt
Oh,
roads.
yeah.
I thought that was a desert thing.
No. I
No.
mean, like that's people's driveways. It's just dirt roads.
I guess
Yeah.
there's dirt everywhere.
We had miles of dirt roads.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
destroys cars. It's real bad for them.
Oh, yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
they'd have to pave or like they'd grate the dirt road and they spray it down with the chloride. Did you ever get the chloride
Oh,
stuff?
no, I don't think so.
No, it makes the dirt road hard, but it's got this weird funk for like 2 days.
Ugh.
Yeah, when I
They
smelled
do
it.
it differently up in Michigan, it would seem.
Was it chloride? I think it was chloride.
Sodium chloride?
I think so. I don't know.
That's salt.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just put it on the dirt and the dirt gets hard after
Are
a
there
couple days.
animals in the woods? What do you see? Bears, deers,
Deer. I remember
Deer.
chasing deer.
Deer, squirrels, coyotes.
coyotes?
Oh yeah,
Wow, I
we-
thought the desert had coyotes.
I
Everything
know.
is
Coyotes
everywhere.
are all over the
Coy-
place now. It's a big
oh
problem.
yeah,
It's a problem.
There's
Yeah.
coyotes in New York.
Yeah.
There was a bunch
Really?
of those. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're spreading all over the place.
like a year and a half ago. Like one of them just kept popping up like every 2 weeks. Like guys, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old coyote in the
Bodega
city.
coyote.
Bodega coyote.
Yeah, and if you try to kill them, their numbers go up. Because
What?
they all do the howl, and then when they start hearing less howls, they start breeding
You're like,
more.
oh shit.
I'm sorry, is that real? That doesn't
Mhm.
feel like a fact.
That's a fact.
No, that sounds legit.
Mhm.
I'm very like hesitant about animal facts because someone once told me that pigs are the only way to discover truffles, which is actually true.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have dogs now that do it.
Dogs and pigs.
Dogs, truffle sniffing
Like
dogs.
you can't
Yeah.
find a truffle unless you have a dog or pig that knows how to do it. And you're like, there's no way that's the world we live in, and it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
the truffle industry is fat. Like they've like exploited tons of like animals and like finding those mushrooms. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. That's
There's-
what Animal Farm's about.
Uh huh.
So every time I
I've
I went. I was gonna yes hand you real hard there, and then I realized that it was a bold-faced lie.
never seen a Woody Allen and never read an Orwell. Those are Jeff's
Because it used to be
credits.
pigs, and then they started using dogs because they were better at it, and then they started mistreating the dogs. So there's a whole thing because the demand for truffles is so crazy high.
Oh, they're great.
I
Truffle
love
fries are delicious.
truffles.
Mm-hmm. Wait, they mistreated the dogs? And
Sure.
Then people are like, you can't do that to a dog, but you
Well,
can,
no, I
you can
think that,
smack
like-
a pig on the butt.
you can smack a pig, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, how do they mistreat the dogs?
Oh, I don't know the exact details, but I think it's
They
just
push
general animal cruelty. Like I
Right.
think they like
Only
make
like
them live
one
in.
milk bone a day to get them by. That's not enough.
See, that's terrible. See, I don't like animal cruelty, but put a bird in a cage.
It's because a bird isn't an animal, really. It doesn't like.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah,
now that
it is.
the most offensive thing that's ever been said on this
A
podcast.
bird isn't an animal.
I think a bird's an animal. It has
Well,
eyes.
Let's debate.
Well, maybe just
All
not.
right.
Yeah. What's your debate?
I'm just gonna say I think you're gonna make a real strong case for a bird not being an animal. I think it's gonna be.
I'm willing to
fascinating.
hear this. That birds are bugs. Is that what you're going for?
I mean, like, rats with wings is something people use, but I think they're even.
That's a slur
That-
for
yeah,
pigeons.
Yeah, but
A
I
dove?
consider that like any bird like falls under that category. Like they're just like they've got those weird like dinosaur feet and they've got
Yeah.
beaks.
Swan?
They're
That
dinosaurs.
swans
A
are assholes.
swan?
A swan is a dangerous weapon.
yeah. Yeah, they're very protective of their young.
Oh yeah, they've got a wingspan of like 6 feet. Imagine one of those just starts charging at you, honking. You
Yeah,
could-
geese do that all the
yeah,
time.
whenever I would go jogging. Look at me, I jog, guys.
Oh, you jog.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to jog by
Wow.
the Ohio River, and then I had
Ohio.
to stop because the geese kept chasing me. They thought I was after their
I would
babies.
see.
Yeah?
That sounds like not only an animal but a friend.
Well, she was chasing.
Like a bunch of animals chasing you for being a douchey runner. I love that.
Maybe they're trying to help you run.
Maybe they were trying to motivate me along. They knew I was.
Maybe they were catcalling also. That's
Pick up
another
the
option.
pace.
Oh, yeah.
Geese thought you were hot. Geese calling.
Yeah.
How does a geese honk? Like that, or
Yeah, it's deeper.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
actually
God.
pretty good.
That's very good.
Do another one.
What are your top 5 animal sounds you can do?
I could do a dog.
okay, do it.
Am I gonna do it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's very good.
that's great.
That's more of a puppy.
Yeah,
that's a very
good.
cute dog, though.
What other animals can I do? It's funny. I used to I first started doing stand up when I was in 3rd grade, and I would tour the homerooms and do all my animal impressions for people.
You would tour the homerooms?
Yeah, because people found out that I was
Wow, what a
really
tour.
good at doing dog noises, and so they would be like, "Mary, come do your stuff for me." And then my mom found out I was doing it. She's like, "Mary, that's weird. You need to stop." Isn't it? Yeah.
You could have been on David Letterman.
I know, right? But then
What are your other animals?
I used to be able. I made up dinosaur sounds because no one knows what they sound.
I'm so excited right now.
Oh God, I haven't done one in. Let's see.
Play the hits.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
That sounds like I'm like far away
Yeah.
from
Like
a
they're-
pretty big dinosaur.
They're they're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you and Sam Neill get in the Jeep and drive.
Yeah.
That's a Jurassic Park reference that I fudged.
And you gotta go
Sam-
faster.
I know. I got lost.
Woody Allen should make a dinosaur movie. How about that?
Woody Allen's a dinosaur himself.
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
burn.
dinosaur. Yeah, they're not young enough.
No.
They're too old.
They're too old for him.
Yeah.
6 billion years old. No, thank you.
Little like.
Oh, that's pretty Jewish sounding.
Yeah, what do you
I
think?
forgot
For
to
I've never
someone
seen a
who's
single
never
movie.
seen a single movie,
You
Jeff.
nailed his essence quite well, though.
Yeah, that's from my aunt's
It wasn't
days.
the essence. It was a garnish of the essence, but it was a little bit of it was there.
I'll take a garnish.
I'm actually
Oh, it's like a garnish.
I'm cringing so hard right now because when you said you did stand up in your class, I remembered I actually did stand up in my high school class. And it was so painful and unnecessary. And I remember doing a bit. What's that song about a stripper? Like I'm in love with a stripper.
Yeah, that's
She bobbing,
what the
she
song
moving.
is. You just said the lyrics.
Those
What
are
I'm
did you
in
write
love.
in that poll?
Yeah.
I'm in love with a
Yeah.
stripper.
And I remember that was one of the bits. And I think it was like, why would you love a stripper? Because she's a slut. Like I think that was really.
Oh, Jesus.
I wasn't woke. I was 17. I didn't know what was going on.
How'd it do? Did the people laugh?
I remember I did okay. I mean, it wasn't painful because my
What did-
teacher really supported it.
Really?
Yeah, she really wanted me to do it.
She wanted you to slut shame strippers.
No,
in
she
front
wanted
of
me to
whole
do the
class.
stand up. I don't
Oh,
know that she
okay.
liked that
She
specific
didn't
bit.
run your material by beforehand.
No, she didn't make me. I actually got in a lot of trouble in high school for a presentation I did because it was government, and then I did a whole project about how we should legalize every drug. And
I had that idea too when I was younger. Yeah. I was like, let's legalize it. Then we'll hunker down and wait a couple years. Then we'll come all back up and everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah, I
They'll
think
all
that's.
have OD'd. They'll all have OD'd.
Well, in Brazil, I don't know, some South American country, there's all drugs are decriminalized.
Every drug?
Every drug.
So
There's-
it's like just a fine?
I don't know if it's a fine. It's fine and rehab kind of situation.
Mhm.
There's no prison time for drugs, and
Okay.
it's helped.
Interesting.
I don't know if Brazil is the best example of how they're doing currently. But
Why? What's wrong with Brazil?
Oh, their economy is tanking.
Your eyebrows got tight.
Yeah, it was,
Brazil?
Danny's brow was real
You
sharp
said it
right
like
now.
you like
real
were dating
sharp.
a girl from Brazil and she was at a different high school. What's wrong with? Yeah, no, they're. I'm not here to shit on Brazil,
You
but
gonna go after the
He
Olympics?
just loves America.
Those
That's what he's
pools were
saying.
bad.
Wait, you don't mean Venezuela, do you?
no, Brazil.
Brazil's fucked up too right now?
Oh, sure.
I thought Brazil was doing all right.
Well-
They had the Olympics.
Yeah. I mean, they were in disarray. There was all kinds of talk when the Olympics were coming because their country was in disarray.
Yeah, and all
Right.
the pools
Mhm.
are polluted and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that water looked nasty.
Yeah, like if you were in the rowboat thing, you didn't want to fall in because you might catch something.
Yeah.
So you guys went to the Olympics in Brazil then?
I
Yeah.
would
Got
have been.
mugged.
Yeah.
I would
took
have
a
been
silver.
in it. Yeah. Jeff would get a silver. He's a fish. You throw Jeff in the water and he's gone.
Yep. Always second place.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, I'll take second.
I've never even been to South America. John, you seem like someone who's been to South America.
I've never been to South America. I just like to talk overly confident about things I don't really know about. That's
Hey.
more of my thing.
Where have you been?
You're in good company.
Where have I been? I've been to Australia.
Ooh.
Wow.
I've been to Europe a couple of times.
Oh.
I've been to Canada.
Oh.
And that's about it.
Okay.
That's the extent
Bad.
of my
I
travels.
was ready to ooh and ah some more.
I'm so sorry.
Australia is
Australia was
that's
great.
far. That's almost as far as California.
What was that flight
No,
like?
that's
It
very
was
What
a-
were those flights like?
It was a long flight. My best friend from college moved there, and so I was going to visit him for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And on the plane, I took melatonin, Ambien, and then
Nice.
pounded a bottle of red wine and fell asleep for like 10 hours,
That's awesome.
which was a big chunk of the flight.
half the flight.
Yeah, it
Wait,
was a
so
long
it was
flight.
one flight then?
I flew to L.A. and then
Okay.
L.A. to Sydney and then Sydney to Cairns. So it was like 34 hours door to door.
Holy
My
shit.
Sydney to what?
Cairns, it's in the northeast. It's where like a lot of the Great Barrier Reef type stuff is. So we went scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef, hung out with Finding
When it was
Nemo.
still alive?
Yeah, you're the last
Yeah.
person to see it.
It was.
Can I just say I'm happy that fucking reef is dying.
Whoa, why?
It's just so arrogant. It's great. It's barrier. You're not really a barrier.
It's
You're not that
alive.
good.
yeah.
It's
Like
cocky.
you and me and Jeff.
There's some
Not
real
Jeff.
animals
but
in
not
there, unlike
birds.
those fake birds that are caged.
Yeah.
I'll put my
Birds-
foot down on the reef.
Birds, not animals. Reefs are friends.
It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life was scuba diving
Really?
around the Great Barrier Reef. It was super cool. It
What
looked like Finding Nemo. It really looked.
Wow.
Did you see a shark?
No, we were too far north for sharks. It was too
Oh.
cold for sharks.
Did you see an octopus?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
that
I
sounds
did.
boring.
Nope.
I thought you were going to keep listing animals.
Well, that pufferfish.
Pufferfish I did see.
You did see?
Oh, sure.
I knew it. Knew it.
Oh, pufferfish have that thing. If you like cook them, you can't cut up when there's like a gland that'll poison.
Yeah,
you.
That's
and you'll
right.
die.
You'll die.
Right, and it's in a lot of sushi, like super expensive sushi, so it's like a little gamble every time you have it.
Is
But
that-
apparently it's delicious.
Really?
There's a lot of sushi that is like uses that fish, but they're trained and stuff, so they don't do the part that'll kill you.
I love uni. You guys like uni?
Sure. Oh, delicious.
Sea urchin?
Yeah.
It's weird, though. I've had it like 4 times in the last maybe 3 months. And
Really?
3 out of the 4 times has been terrible.
Well, you kept
when it's
going
from
back.
when it's from Maine, it's so good. A Maine uni I've had has been.
Where
really
is
good.
this like like at sushi? You've had these?
I actually had the Maine uni at a Hawaiian place in the
Oh.
East Village, and then I went to a couple sushi places, and I made my friend get. I was like, "You have to try uni; it's so good." And then
And
it
it was
was
bad.
not so good.
Oh.
Sushi, I feel like has the widest range of whether or not it can be good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because bad sushi is really bad,
Yeah.
but good sushi is well, you get it.
What's the weirdest thing everyone's ever eaten?
Mm.
Jeff, I'm looking at you.
Oh, I don't know. But I'm sorry.
Nice. Rudy.
No.
Nice. When I was a freshman in high school, I ate a glue stick for $50.
Oh,
and
wow.
it-
That's
wait,
pretty
wait.
impressive.
With the plastic or just the glue stick inside?
Just the glue itself. But yeah, it wasn't good. But it was for $50, and just so I would have a weird reputation the rest of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I never really ate
Priceless.
anything weird.
You don't
Oh.
like exotic or interesting food?
I don't know. What is food's food? I'll eat Kroger sushi or
Kroger
You know.
sushi.
Kroger sushi?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
Kroger's,
Oh,
that's right. Kroger is like
I remember Kroger.
the grocery store in the Midwest.
yeah.
It's
I
like
know. Well, isn't Kroger like mass-produced trash? So like Kroger sushi has got to be like it's probably tilapia.
Yeah, I don't care. It's got the
Jeff
ingredients.
just said he doesn't mind his food. He's
Yeah.
gonna put it in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I've eaten rattlesnake,
You
Really?
ate? Wait, what?
alligator.
Wow.
Sometimes I drink my own blood. No. Yeah, rattlesnake tastes like chicken. It's that thing where like most meat isn't. You know what's really weird? Have you ever eaten a chicken heart?
No,
No.
no,
Chicken
Danny,
heart.
I haven't eaten a chicken heart.
Yeah, chicken heart tastes like steak.
Huh.
I can see that.
Really?
If you cook tuna right, it also tastes like steak. So
Really?
I'll eat tuna.
Like bloody steak?
Yeah, like if you grill a tuna just right, and my dad does, it tastes like steak. What can I say?
I'm
So
really
chicken heart
confused
tastes
by
like
that.
So I'll pass on the
Just the
chicken
heart.
heart, and I'll just eat tuna.
Huh. So chicken's like the second tier meat. But they got the heart of the first tier.
Yeah.
Where did you have a chicken heart?
It's called Shepherd in Cambridge, Mass.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like one of those nice places, and they have a dish called chicken bits, and it's just like a chicken
Wow.
foot and a chicken eye, and they sing when they bring it to you.
And it comes on a napkin that says, "What's the deal with chicken?"
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
It's a bit.
It's
There
a
we
bit.
go.
It's a bit.
I'm gonna go kill myself. real quick.
No, wait till the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till the end.
I don't want to see that.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do, we'll eat your heart.
Yeah.
I always try to get the weirdest thing on the menu. Sometimes I ask that. I was like, what's the weirdest thing you have here?
Really?
Yeah. I've had most of the
Adventurous
weird
eater.
things here. I've had most of the weird things. Like, nothing really surprises me now, for the most part.
See, I don't know.
You don't get
I'd
off to
rather
that?
have a weird experience than eat something weird.
What's a weird
Yeah.
experience you like?
Oh, weird experience?
Eating butt.
Yeah, well, that's always a great experience. I went to Japan, and this one, I wanted to go to a baseball game, you know? Me and these two other guys.
When you go to Japan, you gotta go to a baseball.
Yeah,
that's-
they love
I'm-
baseball. They have the Japanese
for
baseball
sure.
games. And so we're just on the outside of the fence. We're like, oh, and then this old Japanese man saw me, and he's like, you want to come in? I was like, yeah. And then he gave me a ticket through the fence, and then I met him. I was like, I'll see you guys. I'm going to hang out with this old Japanese man. So
He gave me a ticket.
yeah, I gave me the ticket, so I sat with him, and like we were just trying to communicate, and then he pulled out this weird, it was just like a water bottle with some random liquid, and he just poured me a glass.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
I think it was sake.
That's when you say yes.
Yeah, I was just going on.
Yeah.
I was just like, let's do this.
Let's fucking do
so I just
this,
got
man.
drunk with this
You
old
and
Japanese
I.
man at a baseball game.
Were you able to find out his name?
It was Toshi.
Toshi.
Toshi?
Mm-hmm.
Toshi.
He was great.
That's a super weird experience. I'd pay for that if that was at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, you befriend an old Japanese man.
Mm-hmm. Then my friends were like, they were texting me like, we have to go. And I was like, oh, and then he had gone to the bathroom, and I was like looking for him because I wanted to thank him, but I
Aw.
couldn't find him. So I went back to our seats, and I wrote him a long note, just like, had a great time.
Aw.
We'll always.
And
I left him a
it
note,
turns
like-
out he doesn't read English.
I know.
He just doesn't read.
So I'll always wonder what happened to him. He let me in, and I abandoned him. Oh, I felt terrible.
I'm sure he's living the good life.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope he's doing good.
I think
He
he's
gave me
great.
a tail. It was so fun. At the end of every inning, the whole stadium would blow up in like balloons and then release into
What?
the sky.
That's
yeah.
cooler than our baseball.
Way better than our baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, way more entertaining.
Was it pro, like, real baseball league?
No,
Like,
this was
pro
Little
baseball?
League.
I think it's like because I think I saw there were some American players, so I think it's like kind of like a farm teams.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then there was like a live band playing.
Fuck.
Yeah, they had a live band. They just the whole thing would release
Dude.
balloons at the end of every inning. Everybody was super into it.
Our baseball sucks.
Yeah, they had a way better baseball.
What other Japanese things happened to you?
Oh, I think that's just the most interesting. What else? We went to Hiroshima, and then we went to the memorial. You know, we were walking
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
That's where Auschwitz is? Sorry. I don't know why I'm making it. It's like, what's the worst thing that's worse than that?
I mean, it is kind of but so we were just walking around, and I stuck out like a sore thumb, and then an old Japanese guy was like, he like wanted me to come over, like he's doing like the finger, come
Like
here.
a radiated thumb?
Yeah, and I was
Sorry.
like,
Japan
oh.
was just a series of people motioning Jeff to come over to
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, people
this.
love Jeff.
And I was like,
Man.
I don't. So I'm feeling guilty because I was like, I don't, And then he was telling me the story about how the mafia took over after the bomb, and like everybody like loved the mafia for a while.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, that's good,
Neighborhoods sticking together.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go continue to see what. What
Good tip.
Yeah, what?
Good.
I
That
love
wasn't on the audio tour, but I'm glad you told me, sir.
I love the phrase "after the bomb." That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh
That's a-
yeah, it's crazy. It's a
Is it?
bummer.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be weird. I wonder if, like, I mean, first of all, I don't know if there's any stand-up comedy in Japan. Someone's told me that before, that
Yeah, I think
Asian
there is.
cultures don't
There's a
have.
comedy store. I think in Tokyo.
But is it in? It's in Japanese.
Do they have
I'm-
Japanese comics,
I'm
or
not
is it
sure.
Americans traveling there
Yeah,
to do
because
it?
from what I
I think
understand,
it's more of that.
I think it's
Yeah.
for expats. Yeah.
Cool.
it's weird to think. I mean, it sounds so ignorant to say, but I think
Mhm.
like just other, like Asian cultures don't do stand-up, which is kind of like fascinating.
Well, China, I know, does. There was, do you know Turner Sparks and Andrew Jones-Roy? There's a bunch of comics in New York now who came from China. Like, they
Yeah.
were doing comedy in China, which is great. And, like,
In
they-
Chinese,
yeah,
though.
mhm.
Mhm.
And they have a club there.
That's
and-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to gain like worldwide momentum.
They
Like,
still
there's a
go
Russian
back and
comic.
yeah, they go back and do shows every now and again too. And yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's super
I
interesting.
met a girl from South Africa who had been doing comedy for 1 year in South Africa, and she's already playing arenas. Like, that's how
Oh my
fast you
God.
can climb. I'm 100% serious.
Yeah,
Sky
Trevor
Rush.
Noah. That's what he did. He just like jumped into arenas.
Jumped into the Daily Show.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of jumping.
A lot of
A
jumping.
lot of jumping.
Yeah, and we're in hotels and bars.
Yeah,
Hey, this is a pretty nice hotel we're in.
it's pretty nice.
You imagine this was like in an arena.
Oh my god. With ropes around us.
Yeah, I've been trying to pressure my girlfriend to go to Japan because we want to go. You know, she's a lawyer, so she has to do like the bar. She just has to go to this really cool bar and drink there, and then you're a lawyer, I guess.
And then
no,
you're a
but
lawyer.
yeah, so like you study for the bar, then you do the bar, and then you get like a week or like a month off or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That's
I've been
a celebration.
Yeah, so she's been saying like I want to go to London, and I'm like I want to go to Japan.
I'd love to go to Japan. That
Yeah, go
sounds
to
great.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
London's like meh.
it's meh.
I just think it's like meh. Just like, why go to Old York when you're in New York,
Is that Old York? Isn't Old York in the fucking Netherlands? You
No,
idiot?
York is in England somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a York somewhere.
No, I'm pretty sure though New York.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, Yorkshire.
Oh,
Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, in Braveheart, there's that scene when they storm the castle.
Yeah.
That's the castle
'Cause
of
of
York.
Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm being literal about it, but no, New York is the Dutch name. You're definitely wrong about that.
You
'Cause
sure? I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
Brooklyn
100% sure
was.
because you know what they called it when the English ruled this city?
What?
New London.
No.
Yes.
You
It
mean
was,
it?
New, it was New Amsterdam first, and then it became New
Oh
York.
my God, I'm an idiot.
Oh,
I'm an idiot. I
it
had
was
it all
New
wrong.
Amsterdam.
I had it all wrong. It was New Amsterdam.
Good
I'm a
fact
fucking
check.
moron.
Fact checker.
Wow.
Fact check. You wrong.
Yeah, I read this really. I didn't read it. I read 10% of this book called Gotham. It's like a crazy history of New York.
Oh, that's interesting.
And one of my favorite facts from it is like you guys know the myth of they traded the island of Manhattan. The Native Americans traded it for 34 beads.
Yeah,
you
I've
heard that?
Yeah.
But so what they were saying in this book is that like the Native Americans might have just been lying. Like the ones who did that, they're like, "Hey, we'll buy this land off you," and the Native Americans are like, "Oh yeah, because we own it." And they're like, "Yeah, well that's what we're like." They might have been lying, so it was actually the colonists who were tricked. It's a myth, so it's like they don't really know.
Right, yeah.
But it's like just as likely that they got punked.
Wait. What?
Who's punking who?
Okay, so the colonists are like, "Hey, we'll buy
So
this
white
land
people
off
were
you
right?
for 34 beads," and the Native Americans are like, "Oh, this land?" And they're like, "Yeah, this land." They're like, "Oh, yeah. Well, we own it," but they didn't own it. They were just saying that.
Oh, it's just two random guys?
yeah, it was just two random Native. I don't know why it's two.
They're like, hey,
Just two guys are walking down. Hey, can we buy this? Yeah.
Yeah.
we should pay
yeah,
these two
this
guys
is
walking down the street.
totally
We should
ours.
pay them.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's something they should have, gone through the proper channels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there were no channels. They didn't really have property.
I mean, there's channels all over this.
Yeah, you can find a
Island.
channel.
lot of channels.
It's a water joke.
Got it.
Too many channels.
Channel tunnel.
Nothing to watch.
Channel.
Channel. What's channel?
The channel? You don't know the channel? The English Channel Tunnel?
Really?
It
No.
connects London to Paris?
I think so, yeah. It's called
I've never
the
been to
channel.
Europe.
Me
No?
neither.
Yeah,
No.
well, no. Channel is definitely short for English Channel Tunnel. Yeah.
Oh.
That would get wordy, right?
English Channel
Eng-
Tunnel.
English
yeah.
Channel
What are you doing
Tunnel.
today? Taking the English Channel Tunnel?
You never been to Europe?
Never.
No? You were going to go?
I'd love to go.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
I don't want. I'm not so interested in Italy. I hate the Italy fetishism. To me, it's like California with slightly better Italian food. Like I
But
don't
you've
need
never
it.
been
Yeah, but
there.
exactly. That's a great point. You don't know.
I know, but I've seen pictures and I'm like, yeah, it looks like California. It's similar to California. It's a peninsula. It's on the ocean. We get it.
I bet it's not.
They stack their rocks different.
Wait, what? They stack their rocks?
Yeah,
Different.
The Coliseum,
Architecture.
it's like, they just stack
Yeah.
their rocks a
Well,
little
fuck the
different.
All
Coliseum.
architecture is just stacking rocks.
It's just
That's
a bunch of
it.
stacked
Just a bunch of
rocks.
stacking rocks.
Oh, you want to go to Egypt, see the pointy stacked rocks? Well, I see stacked rocks all the time.
I thought you were talking about the hippie thing. In Sedona, Arizona, there's like people balance rocks.
Oh,
It's really
yeah.
hard.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
impossible. I can't do it. For all I know, it's impossible. They balance lots of rocks on top of lots of rocks.
And then what? Look at it.
Yeah.
Boring.
Call it
Instagram.
architecture.
It's for Instagram. That's yeah.
Everything Jeff wants to do in other countries starts with him being beckoned over. Come to me, Jeff.
Yeah.
The Asian Japanese man who just calls him up.
I have to be asked. All right, I'll come over and look at your rocks.
Sedona's weird because it's like most new age city I've ever been to. You've been?
I have, yeah. I went to a bachelor party there last year.
But yeah, I mean, it still has like Arizona elements.
Sure.
So it's like, hey, crystals. This is a store for just crystals. And then across the street, there's a store that's like, this is guns, just guns. And you're like, wow, this is a lot of different people.
Oh.
Guns and crystals.
Where
What?
is
That was the
Sedona?
original band name for Guns N' Roses.
Guns
they
N'
shifted it to-
Crystals.
And I changed it.
Yep.
Where is it? It's in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is any of you guys into crystals?
No.
Are you?
No?
I'm
No?
really. What is? You believe in crystals?
No, I just know a lot of people are into crystals, so I was curious.
There's
Yeah.
a weird thing. I know some like Brooklyn hipsters that are educated people who are like into horoscopes and shit. It's kind of
I find it a little fun.
Yeah, I like it too.
fun is healthy way
Like
to
if
put
I'm
it.
having a bad day, it's good to blame the stars and not myself. You
Yeah.
know?
And I like my sign,
Yeah.
so
What's your sign?
Leo.
Oh.
What's
yeah.
that one?
The
dog.
lion.
lion.
The
Oh,
lion.
got
It's
it.
it's a
Sun
really
guy.
good one to have.
That is a good
it's
one.
a good horoscope.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But
I'm
you
a-
guys know it's fake, right? It's dumb.
No, it's not true. Everyone born in March is identical. We've proven this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Pisces, which is a real fun fish.
Super fun fish.
The most fun fish.
Most
What's
fun
Pisces?
Yeah, wait,
what's
wha-
their thing?
It's a fish. Oh, I don't know.
What
like
kind of
temperament?
fish is it?
I have no idea. I've just said 100% what I know about horoscopes.
Oh, that's it.
I'm a
Yeah.
Sagittarius. What is that creature?
Aren't you scales or something?
Scales.
Or are you the
I
horse
feel-
with the archer?
Yeah, you're a
think I'm a
hybrid of sorts, I
Oh.
think.
Is the theme of this podcast just people talking about things they have no idea about them?
Yeah.
I love that. That
That's
should
usually
be a
just what I
podcast.
do.
Yeah.
That's all I know
that's
how
how
to do.
people connect, okay, in this city.
It's about connection.
Yeah.
So you're just, what's the It's the horse with the arrow guy, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that
know
means
what?
you're fast and piercing.
I agree.
It's beautiful.
I can pierce. I know I'm a year of the horse. I swear I know that.
Yeah. Wait,
Those
what
are
year
Maybe
is,
I'm
what
not.
year
When you
is
go to
that?
Chinese
Year of the
restaurant.
Are you
rooster.
born 1990?
98, 89,
89.
Yeah.
So I thought I was the year of the horse.
Maybe I'm a year of the rooster.
I think I'm year of the tiger.
I'm here the dragon.
Wow.
You know the Catholics do that too.
What's dragon?
88.
Wait, what do they do?
Dragon. Catholics do that too. The Pope is like, guess what? It's the year of the Holy Spirit. And you're like,
I
well,
don't
that's
think
not
that's
really
true.
oh, it's
Yeah.
true.
I think it's true.
The
Sounds
Holy,
like-
according to Catholics, the Holy Spirit is around us all the time. So it's like, why would they just have a year?
But
where
they
like
pick themes. They're
Yeah.
like, this year we're going to focus on prayer.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
chastity.
it's
No
never a
one fucked
surprise.
for a year.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a year of the saints, and you're like, great, Pope, we get it. Like, it's going to be something religious every year.
yeah,
It's
what if
the
one year
year
there
of-
was just like, it's the year of Woody Allen flicks?
That would be such a win, and
I'd
Jeff
hate
would
that
go to
year.
hell where he belongs.
Yeah. Where they force me to watch Woody Allen movies all the
Oh
time.
my god.
For eternity.
That's a hell.
I wouldn't want eternity of anything.
Mm-mm.
Even eternity of hugs.
Oh, I
Eternity.
could take one of those.
An
I'd take an
eternity
eternity
of
of hugs.
That's-
For a
sounds fine.
billion years?
A
I
bi-
get
you
tired
got to
of
realize
hugs.
a billion isn't even 1/1000th of an eternity. Like,
Exactly.
it's so long. an
Eternity's
eternity.
forever.
Well,
Either way, it
man.
stinks.
It's too long.
All that hugging, all that sweating going
Yeah.
on, for all those pits in your face.
Making love, smiling, and hugging for eternity? Ugh, just put me in the dirt.
Kill me.
Oh.
I wonder what year this is.
You're the cat.
It's 2017.
That's right.
For no reason.
I'm
Oh.
correct.
You ever think about that?
2017
Oh,
was correct.
okay.
I feel like
was-
someone has a bit like this that I heard recently. I don't know what it was though, but it's like, it's like not 2017. Like that's just a random year.
Yeah, that was Louis C.K.'s thing, right?
Was it?
Yeah,
I
it
think it
was.
might have been
Yeah.
on his special.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like an
'Cause it's just-
arbitrary, yeah.
2017 years from when we decided Jesus died.
Yeah. Like we're still sticking to the that even though
Yeah.
we've broken away from religion, we're still sticking to their timeline.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he's
you're
talking
right.
about-
That's Louis C.K.'s
Yeah.
bit. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's actually like year 6
Yeah.
billion 2017.
Yeah.
He died right on the 6 billionth year.
6 billion.
That was a good
year.
timing.
Yep. He made it a nice round number.
I don't even
Mhm.
believe in Jesus, so it's like we're in year negative 4,000 because in 4,000 years he's coming.
He's coming back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the first time for me.
You don't believe he was like a real person?
I do, but I get mad at that because people get mad. Well, I mean, there's not that much evidence. There was a guy named Jesus, but like most of the mythology around him is like there's not a lot of substance to it. Like I do believe there was a guy named Jesus. There were probably 100 guys named Jesus.
Yeah, I saw something on the History Channel a while ago about how they think he was a rebel. That
A
was
rebel?
like fighting the Romans.
Yeah, but like everything else about him, it's like it's not unfair to say that there's no evidence that Jesus existed because there's not. There's evidence that a guy named Jesus did something, but there's not like evidence that like this guy had a meeting with 12 apostles. And all that is like
and he had a
com-
dad with connections.
He had a dad who knew people, and he was
Yeah.
born in a what was he born in? A stable
In a manger.
manger.
It's all written by
with
lizard
the
people.
horse kibble.
It's written by lizards.
Yeah, it's all lizard people wrote it. They're still in charge. You
Yeah.
can't take them out.
It's hard to kill a lizard.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
You cut off their tail, and they're like, I don't even need that.
Oh, yeah. You cut off their tail, and that just starts a new corporation.
Yeah.
They start howling and then they breed more lizards and then it's so good.
That's so funny. Wolves howl, and that creates more wolves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, coyotes.
Coyotes.
Oh, coyotes.
Coyotes.
We call them coyotes in Ohio too.
Yeah, you got to call them coyotes.
You know, we got coyotes and coons.
Oh, yeah, the raccoons.
Coyotes and coons.
Mm-hmm. They get in your
Chipmunk.
garbage.
Chipmunk. Instead of chipmunks, just chipmunk. That's many.
Chipmunk is plural?
Chipmunk.
I love
Well,
that.
depending on, how south you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that, chipmunk?
Well, but chipmunk
Look
out
at old
there.
chipmunk.
Yeah. These are
Did you know anybody that had pet raccoons?
no.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
people
thought
had
they
pet
were
raccoons.
assholes.
Yeah. My friend's mom grew up with pet raccoons.
They're nice?
No.
My aunt had a they're little bandits. They really are.
Yeah. They're like cats with hands.
Yeah.
But that's
it's so
it.
weird.
Yeah, so they just get into everything and they're like mean.
Eat trash.
But how are they your pet? They just won't run away, or you're just trapping them?
You can like raise them and
you
they're kind
can
of like
domesticate them because they are kind of comfortable around people. They've seen them, but
They've seen them.
Yeah.
they've seen people. They're like, okay, we're cool. I have hands too. So
Okay, but a cat will cuddle. Like, will a raccoon cuddle you?
probably
I
if you
think
fed
so.
it food.
Yeah, if you kind
yeah.
of like, imprint yourself on it or something. I don't know.
I mean, they're not as two-dimensional as dogs, as you would say. But
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they're fluffy. People like fluffy things.
Yeah, they're very mischievous though. They'll get into cupboards,
That's
they're a real
so
hassle.
funny. I would love to have problems that just involve a raccoon taking my shit.
A little pet raccoon.
Yeah.
One time, I couldn't catch the bus to go to school because there was a rabid raccoon in my front yard, and I couldn't leave the house. We had to call the sheriff to come shoot him.
The sheriff?
Yeah.
That feels like a huge, let's climb as high up the ladder as we
I
can.
was here, let's get the sheriff of Marion County down here to shoot this little fucker.
There's two raccoons. Get SWAT.
Seriously.
Just
oh
a
God.
shotgun blowing
But
up a raccoon.
he was relatively docile. He just looked like he was drunk. He was stumbling around,
Oh,
like
he
hitting
was
bushes
sick.
and shit. And Mom was like, "You can't go outside. Like that could attack you." I'm like, "But look at him. He just looks confused. He looks lost, Mom." She's like, "No, we have to get the sheriff down here to come shoot him."
And did he? What do you use? A big old gun, a shotgun?
Big old shotgun.
Oh.
Really? Just
Yeah.
boom
A
to pieces.
shotgun?
Yep.
Gun?
Yeah. This is Marion, Ohio.
Yeah, you get a chance to shoot something in a small town, and the sheriff's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the biggest gun I have."
This was before we started keeping guns in the house, so that's why we called the sheriff.
Oh my
Now we
God.
got guns.
And
Yeah?
now your mom would just shoot the raccoon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy. Like my parents got on this big gun kick. Once my uncle used to work for Remington Rifle, and then when he died, like we inherited his entire collection.
Really?
Oh my God! There's just so many guns.
Now's a
in my
good time to
house.
buy.
Right?
Yeah, it's a good time to buy guns right
Before
Yeah.
Obama.
now. Yeah, they're cheap. Yeah, Democrats, they shoot right up.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
when
it's a good investment.
seriously, when Obama
Really?
went into office, my parents
that's
doubled
true, yeah.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, my buddy bought like guns, and then Obama got it. He's like, "No, they're super expensive. I'm going to sell them," and then he sold them.
Every time I watch a zombie movie, I'm like, I need to get a gun.
I know. I kind of want one too. I kind of want to get like a snub-nosed revolver, like the detectives, like
Ooh,
like
yeah.
a Columbo. I just got one. I want one of those.
Are those the cute ones with like two little barrels there, or just the one?
No, it's like the revolver. Like the long revolver, but
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
got that all cut
The-
off, so it's a little snub one.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Oh, like in No
Jeff
Country for Old
Sheen
Men.
with the gun. I
Yeah.
love picturing
Javier
that.
Bardem.
That's adorable.
I wouldn't be afraid of him. I trust him with a gun.
A good guy with a gun right here.
Oh yeah.
When I watch a zombie movie, I just think about blunt objects. I want to do some swinging,
Yeah, but if they bite you, it's over. You don't want to get close to them.
I think I've got a pretty far reach, so I think I'll be good.
I just don't understand why people don't cover themselves with padding
Yeah.
or leather. A couple leathers.
Like it is, they're like
From
human
zombies? Yeah.
teeth. They can only bite so hard.
Yeah.
you
It depends
know?
on what
Oh
flavor
my
of
God.
zombie.
They do have
That's a
zombie
great point.
strength, though.
What would come in handy when a zombie invasion is a suit of armor.
Suit of armor.
Yeah.
Dress up like a
Sure.
knight.
You'd be fine.
You'd be clanking down the street, but you'd be
Yeah.
safe.
Because you can test it. You can just like, can I bite through this? No?
Yeah.
All right, I should be fine.
But they do have super zombie strength, so maybe like they.
Do they get extra strong?
It depends on what flavor of zombie. I
yeah,
think in a lot
that
of
is
them. Like
true.
World War Z, they got super strong.
Yeah.
Well, and you
Um,
also, if you don't have a sense of pain,
Yeah.
you're a lot stronger.
like you can bite off like if you bite off a finger, it's like biting a carrot, right? So maybe they have that just all the time.
How do you know that?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Did I speak right? Sorry, sometimes
If you actually said
if
the
you
words,
bite
yeah.
off your finger, it's like the same amount of force that goes into biting a carrot.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
clearly wrong.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can Google
You
that
have all
shit.
your fingers, so I don't
I
trust
know.
this.
Well, I heard that on a Lord of the Rings commentary.
Oh, wow.
When,
all right.
Okay.
I'll
yeah,
allow it.
so
I'll
it's
put
It's on
my
the bonus
finger in your
material, it's gotta
mouth,
be
and I
true.
guarantee you won't be able to bite it off.
well, it takes the. I mean, like I couldn't do it probably mentally, Danny. I mean, you're a great guy. I couldn't bite your finger off.
Yeah.
But like it just like the leverage the jaw is capable of, just biting into a carrot.
Yeah,
So
we have strong
It's very
jaws.
easy to bite through a carrot.
No,
Yeah.
if it, like a big old carrot, kind of difficult.
I'm
Like,
ready.
there
to,
are some
I will
there
bite
are some
myself
pretty big
as
carrots
hard as
out
I
there.
can right now. Do
Yeah,
you guys
but
want me to do that? There's
mentally
no
you'll
way.
Yeah,
stop
please do.
yourself.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
For
See,
the
you're
listener
gonna
at home,
stop.
Danny is
But
biting
that would
as
have bit
hard as
through
he can.
5 carrots. I could have bit through a row of carrots.
There is teeth marks on his hand now. He really did.
Yeah,
bite
look at
himself.
that. I really bit very hard. That would have
That
gone
is
through a carrot.
commitment to your podcast.
Ah, that hurt.
Probably doesn't feel
Oh my
great.
God, I bit through.
Yeah, what'd you do that for?
You signed yourself up. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
man!
he really did bite himself.
I mean, it's a
good.
bite. It
It's
doesn't-
kind of turning blue.
No, it's fine. It's just a little bit of skin. Anyway, we got to
no, it's-
wrap up. I just
Okay.
bit myself, so it's time to end. I need to go to the hospital.
All
I bit my
right.
finger off. Mary was right the whole time.
There's blood everywhere.
Good thing I'm a Sagittarius.
We're all very relaxed about all the
Mhm.
blood over the floor.
Yeah.
John, why don't you tell everyone how to follow you and any plugs you have? My hand really hurts. That's serious.
Sure.
Okay.
You can listen to my podcast, Comedians in Coffee Getting Cars.
I was on it recently.
Danny was a recent guest. It was very fun. And then, my website's itsjohnnewman.com. That has all my dates.
Nice.
Oh. Is it me now?
It's
Your turn.
Okay. My podcast. We all have podcasts.
Of course.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, boy. Mine's Strange Behavior. At Behave
Ooh.
Strange.
Oh,
And then-
strange.
Yeah,
I
Strange.
they said straight
I heard
at
straight
first. I was like,
behavior.
Oh, no, Strange
it
Behavior.
feels like a very try-hard thing.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I know how to do it.
Yeah,
I know how to do it.
It's a podcast about closeted men. Welcome to Straight Behavior. And then I'm at Jeff Machine.
Jeff Machine.
Yeah.
You want to spell that?
Oh, JFFMASCHEEN. Because my last name's Sheen. I thought it was clever.
I tried to add you on Overwatch, by the way. I couldn't
I
figure
tried
it
it.
out.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think we need like a number or something.
Oh, yeah,
Like there's
yeah.
a player number.
What's
Anyway.
Overwatch?
It's a video game
Oh,
that
cool.
Jeff and I waste our lives playing.
Yeah, I was playing the other day.
I don't have much to plug. It's my birthday, September 20th.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Yeah.
I've never heard a birthday plug.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool sign to have. And I do have a Twitter. It's Wrestle Crow. Wrestle like you're fighting a crow. And I never
fun.
tweet on it. I haven't
Never
tweeted.
tweet.
I haven't tweeted since like early 2016. But I just don't want to lose that handle. So
Yeah, don't lose it.
yeah. So Wrestle Crow.
Great.
Virgo.
And that's the pod. Thank you, everybody. I'm at Danny Vega Comedy on Twitter. Like and subscribe and share. And that's all for now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye
Danny.
bye. Thank you.